Heads up. One more down. You're down.
You're not looking for a blessing, are you? I'm not a holy man. Not anymore. Wait. Azanai's blood. It's you. The half-blood witch. An angel of death with the face of a goddess. The voice was right.
Are you some kind of fortune teller? How could you know me?
How indeed. The voice that foretold your coming wasn't mine, but I pondered the words for a very long time. It was the false god of the heretics that spoke to me, many years ago, when I led the Legion man into the vault.
Who is this false god? I don't know what you mean.
The Azanites who built these ruins long ago, they turned to heresy, started worshipping a new god. Always thought it was nonsense myself, until their false god spoke to me. Only one time, though, and only in the vault. I've prayed to Azanai for years, asking for some explanation for what I heard. But my own god is as silent as a grave.
This voice you heard, it talked about me?
It told me to expect you. That's what the false god did. Said that I was meant to help you, for reasons that it didn't bother to explain.
Can you help me get into the vault?
If you want a favor from me, then you'll have to give one in return. That's the law of this desert. Not far away, there's a graveyard of sorts. A piling of corpses, left by your legion when they slaughtered the heretics who worshipped here. Some of the dead are more restive than others, and none more than a particular priest. He was called Zacchaeus, the apostate. Must have been a spiteful fellow when he was alive. He wakes his dead brothers and they all go hunting for me. Get rid of Zacchaeus, and I'll see what I can remember about the troublesome vault.
Where will I find this undead priest?
West of here, back toward the Abbey. Look for a hoard of bones where the corpses of the heretics were laid to rest. I'll pray to Azanai for your safe return, though I doubt he shall listen to the likes of me. So the undead priest is slain. You have my thanks. And now for my side of the bargain. The key to the vault. And all that I remember of Dumane, if that's what you want to hear.
Start at the beginning. When did you meet Dumarne?
Just after the fall of the Legion. He appeared at the gate of the Abbey, and of course we let him inside. Father Abbot, he said to me, I must ask a favor of you, and I beg you not to press me for the reason why. There is a vault beneath this Abbey, and the prize that I seek is within. Not for my sake, but for one whom I love. Then he asked me to help him enter the vault, and I agreed.
This prize that he sought, did he tell you what it was?
No, but I assumed it was the same prize that lay at the bottom of the vault, the greatest treasure of the faith. As to what that treasure may be, everyone who hears the story has a theory of their own. The vault guards its secret well.
So you told Dumarne what he wanted to know?
Yes, and together we found what he needed to enter the vault. I insisted on going with him into the vault. Thought I could help, though I didn't know how. My courage only lasted until the first chamber, and we heard footsteps behind the walls. Dumane asked me to wait for him there. He knew that I was no warrior, and the vault was not safe. So he went on without me, vanished into the dark, and I waited for him until...
Something happened, and you fled.
Indeed. That was when I heard the voice. It told me that my work was done. It commanded me to leave. And coward that I was, I fled the vault, and the door shut behind me.
You're a monk, not a warrior. You didn't belong in that place.
Never mind. I've made my peace with what I did, in my own way. But I never saw Dumane again, nor do I know what became of him, or his noble goal, whatever it truly was.
Is that all you remember? The whole story?
The whole story? No. But it's all I'm permitted to tell. I gave my word to a friend that I wouldn't reveal anymore, and that is one promise I will not break.
So how do I get inside the vault? You promised to tell me.
Very well, but there is no lock, no key. The vault is sealed by a very old magic, and one can only get inside by performing a certain ritual. The rites were set down by the Azanite priests who built these ruins centuries ago, before they turned to heresy. You will need oil from their sacred cave not far from here, and you will need the recitation, inscribed upon a tablet in the old temple.
Where exactly is the tablet? Do you know the layout of the temple?
No, I never went inside. Dumane insisted that the risk was too great. When he returned, he said that he found the tablet in a central chamber, protected by guardians and traps.
What else can you tell me about the cave?
A monk named Eridai spends most of his time there. He's a fellow from the Abbey, even older than me. Quiet man, but pleasant enough. In the deepest part of the cave is a pool of sacred oil with some ancient bones nearby. Eridai believes that the bones belong to some kind of holy animal. He also says that the sacred oil was born from the creature's blood. But he's lived in that cave for half his life, so believe what you will.
All right. I'll figure out the rest on my own.
The door to the vault is at the back of the Abbey. Light the braziers with the oil, speak the words, and the door should open.
Sister Eleanor misses you. She wants you to return to the Abbey.
A proper monk shouldn't have conversations with heretical gods, nor should he abandon a friend in an ancient vault, never to be seen again. You can tell Eleanor that I am no monk worthy of the name. This desert is precisely where I belong. Farewell to you, and may Azanai keep you safe.
Might I have a moment of your time? Professor Digglefitz at your service. Explorer, archaeologist, and experimental theologian. I'm searching for a book, a very special book, and I have reason to believe that it's here, inside the temple. It is called the Chronicle of the Devout. Bring it back to me, and I'm willing to offer a considerable reward.
You're from Stonebridge, a professor at the college?
Formerly of the college, actually. The review committee refused my tenure. Close-minded fascists that they are. My passion is Azunite theology, and it isn't exactly the rage at the college, not in the present political climate.
Why is the Chronicle so important?
According to legend, it contains a full history of the religious community, the people who built the ruins and the vault. Think of it, an unbroken first-hand account. It could point the way to all manner of interesting sites. Satellite temples in the deep desert, secret chambers, burial crypts. A peerless find, I assure you.
What else can you tell me about the temple?
Not a great deal. I hired a few Lascanzi fellows to go inside and look around, but they haven't come out. The Chronicle will be locked away, so you'll need to find the keystone. Quite literally, a stone key. You'll have to pass a theological test before the keystone is revealed. Look for a book on an altar and answer the questions that it poses to you.
I want to know more about this theological test.
No telling what the particulars will be. Questions about the Azurite faith, I presume. But they usually left clues in the temple interior, if only to remind their grandchildren of the answers, in case the old secrets were forgotten.
What else is in the temple? Guardians? Traps?
Both, I expect. I'm not sure what their precise nature will be, but I'm sure they will be exciting. The builders of the temple were born in the old empire. Lots of nasty magic in those days.
So the ruins and the temple were built by the same people?
Yes, a community of priests and their followers. But they turned away from Azunai, and it all ended rather badly. I don't think you'll see any signs of heresy in the temple, though. When the priests abandoned their faith, they abandoned the temple as well. As far as I know, it still retains all the trappings of the Azunite Church.
If I find the Chronicle, I'll be sure to bring it back to you.
I shall wait for you here. Best of luck and all that.